So in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the very interesting topic of English grammar. And in particular, we're going to be studying the use of the present simple tense, sometimes known as the simple present tense. For the last few minutes, teacher Romy has been studying the subject by reading a book, so she's an absolute expert. Let's have a look at teacher Romy right now.
Oh, I sleep at this time every day. I work hard at the university. I don't like grammar books. Most people learn grammar by speaking anyway. Hurry up, my class starts in 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
No, not really. I'm just giving you some examples of when we use present simple in English.
Oh, so you said that you sleep at this time every day.
Yes, it's an example of a habit or a routine, a repeated action, something I do every day or every time.
Okay, I get it. So it's the same as I come here by taxi every day and I eat in the canteen every day.
Exactly. We're describing our habits, things we do regularly.
So does it have to be every day or every time, or could it be maybe every week or once a month?
Well, I go shopping to Tesco Lotus twice a week. I get my salary at the end of the month and I eat cake every year on my birthday.
Every year, okay, once a year, but it's still a habit or routine. So you also said that you work at the university.
Well, I'm describing a permanent situation, something I do for a long time, usually many months or even years. I live in Bangkok. That is something true for a long time.
Okay, so it's not a one-off, it's not a temporary situation. It's something that is true for a long time. And I live in Bangkok too, actually for many years. And I also teach in Thailand, and teach is a verb in the present simple tense. But you also said that you don't like grammar books.
Well, we use the present simple tense for many verbs about our thinking, our feeling, our sensing. I love laying in bed on Sunday morning. This food doesn't taste good.
Doesn't smell good either.
Does it smell bad?
It smells bad. This food definitely smells bad. Actually,
Are you okay?
I'm not okay. I need to go to the bath.
I think it's heat. It's always hot in Bangkok.
That's better. Yes, it's always hot in Bangkok, and that contains a verb using the present simple tense.
Well, that's a fact. And we use present simple for things that everyone knows are true. Bangkok is hot. It never snows in Bangkok. Or the most famous one, the sun sets in the west.
The sun sets in the west and the sun rises in the east. That is definitely true. Things that are known to be true, everyone knows them to be true, we use the verb in the present simple tense. So is that why you said that people learn grammar by speaking?
Yes, it is a common truth. Chiang Mai is in the north of Thailand.
True, everyone knows that. Chiang Mai is in the north of Thailand. I've been there many times, but anyway, I better not delay you anymore. You said your class starts in 10 minutes.
Well, not really. Not really. I was giving an example of using present simple tense to refer to future events that are scheduled.
Oh, you mean scheduled, as we say in England?
Scheduled.
Okay, American English, scheduled. We'll use that today. So your class starts in 10 minutes. This is quite simple. I understand now why we call it the present simple tense. Is that everything that we need to know today?
But there is one more thing
Oh dear.
we need to remember, and it's really important.
I knew it couldn't be that simple. What is the important thing that we have to remember?
You must add S to the end of the verb when the subject is he, she, or it.
He, she, or it. So what about they or we?
No need to add S. Only add S when the subject is just one.
Just
we call it
one.
third person singular.
So, okay, let me think about this. So, I is the first person singular.
Yes.
And you is the second person singular.
Yes.
So, how about the third person singular?
The most common are he, she, it, but includes every one person that is not you or I.
So, he or she, or if it's not the person, it. How about my girlfriend, my student, my teacher, my brother?
Yes, or Mr. Macintosh or Beyonce.
Oh, okay. All of those would count as the third person singular. And if it's not a person, it's a thing or an object. One thing or one object. Do we add S to the verb then?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's practice a little bit for adding the S. So, I work
Every day.
You work
Every
day. We
work every day.
We do.
They work every day.
They work every day. He works
Every day.
She
Works every day.
and it
Works every
day. Okay, well, I still think it's a very simple tense. How about when the verb finishes with an S or an X, or maybe a sh or a ch or a Z sound?
Needs to add ES at the end.
So this time we're going to add ES, not only S, but the verb still finishes with an S for he or she or it. So let me think of a verb. Miss.
Mrs.
Mrs.
It sounds as is.
Is. Oxygen is. Sounds like is.
Mrs.
Mix.
Mixes.
Mixes, okay. And wash.
Washes.
And also maybe watch.
Watches.
Watches, okay. So ES sounds like is. And we should...
Could you pass me the bottle of water, please? He passes.
Passes. Oh, passes or passes, depends where we come from in the world. Both are correct. Let's take a quick look at words that end in Y. If the letter before the Y is a vowel, in English that means A, E, I, O, U. It's easy, just add S as before. He buys rice every day. She plays tennis every weekend. The letter before the Y is a vowel, therefore just add S. But if the verb ends in a consonant plus Y, a consonant is any letter that is not a vowel, this time you need to kick out Y and add I-E-S.
What about the verb try?
Try.
He
Tries.
tries.
T-R-I-E-S. She tries.
What about fly?
Fly. Kick out the Y, change to I, add E-S. So that's going to sound like she flies.
We study hard.
We do study hard, so I study, you study, we study, they study. She studies.
Great.
He studies. My dog, it studies very hard as well.
The verbs do and go.
The verbs do and go. So again, we're going to add ES, is that correct?
That is right.
What does it sound like then? Do becomes
I do, you do, but
she does.
That's right. He
And he does.
and it,
It does.
we
We do.
and they.
Do. Okay, I think I've got
And
the
the
hang of
verb
this.
go, I
the
go
verb
to
to go.
school. You.
I go to school. You go to school. We go to school. They go to school. And
My friend here, he goes to school every day.
goes to school. G-O-E-S, pronounced as goes. She goes to school. It goes to school. So then G-O-E-S is pronounced as goes. Now, do we need to add S to that verb every time we use it? How about negative statements or even questions?
Then we need an operator called do or does. I work here. You do not work here.
I do not work here. Okay, so she works here.
He does not work here.
He does not work here. So this time, even though we're talking about he, we don't add the S to the verb because we've added ES to the verb to do, which is next to the person. Is that how it works?
That's right. There's only one S in the sentence.
There's only one S attached to the verb in the sentence, and it's attached to the verb which is closest to the person in this case. So he does not work here. We don't add S to the
And
verb
the same
to work.
operator is being used for question.
Questions. Okay, so I could ask you, do you work here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's nice. And
Does he work here?
no, he does not.
Or a short of does not is?
Doesn't.
That's correct.
No, he doesn't. So, does he work here is a question. No, he doesn't would be a negative statement. And not forgetting our positive statement, yes, he does. He works here.
Now let's pick up the question from plural. We work here. What about the question?
Do we work here?
And they?
Do they work here? So, does your class start in 10 minutes?
Let me check. It starts in 15 minutes.
Oh, well, we really better be going then. Let's get ready for our class. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time.
Thank you.